Hey all, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about one thing that I hate about each of my most loved purses in my collection, so stay tuned to see what it is that I just can't stand about these purses. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below, hit the notification bell right next to the subscribe button so that you don't miss any of my future content, and hit the like button for this video if you want to see more content like it. Hit the subscribe button. Okay, so this is almost kind of like the deal breakers video, except that these are not deal breakers for these purses for me. These are things that for me, I would just change about them, but it doesn't keep me from carrying these purses. The purses that I had that were deal breakers, I think most of those ended up being sold and or have been sold at this point. So these are not deal breakers for me. So keep that in mind. I think I own still all of these purses except one of them I do have up for sale, and I guess that this technically would be a deal breaker for that purse, but regardless, I'll share that when I get there. First one up is my Noe BB. Now, my handbag deal breaker video, one of the things I said I absolutely will not do is a full leather bottom. Well, I would say this is a full leather bottom to this bag. So again, not a deal breaker. It does have a lot of vachetta, so that's that raw leather that does water stain and do all that. But ultimately, I think that this is just an amazing bag. Number one, I think that this bag itself is awesome. I actually own it in the monogram as well. So I think this one is so beautiful. But if I could change it, I think I would either put feet on the bottom of this, or I would maybe make it a treated leather instead, just to give it some, I don't know, just some protection. You can see on the bottom there's like a little bit of like staining. I don't know what that's from. I think it was like that when I purchased it, and that's why I purchased it pre-loved. So I'll just go ahead and talk about the Neverfull GM. You guys know I love my Neverfulls. People were shocked when I sold my Neverfull GM. That was the Dami Eben print. And that was just because of those straps were so they were so stiff and rigid, and they never loosened up like the monogram, the vachetta straps do. Now, the trade-off with it, and this is the thing that I hate about this bag, is how thin those straps are. I personally can tolerate them. I don't have that kind of issue with it. Again, it's not a deal breaker for me, but it is something that a lot of people talk about when they talk about the Neverfull GMs that they don't like, is that the straps are so thin, and this bag is huge. So when you're carrying a huge bag, you tend to kind of like overfill it and put a lot of stuff in it, and those straps, they're just really thin, and I'm always afraid that they're going to break if I carry too much in it. I think that bag is rated to carry 200 or 300 pounds of stuff in it. There is a video online of a man like with a little tiny woman in it, and he can pick it up by the handles, the straps, and it's fine, but that just makes me nervous. Obviously, I would never carry a person in there. So the next one on my list is kind of one of my newer-ish bags. I got it in 2020, I believe, and it is the Belmont PM. So a couple things that I would change on it is how thin this strap is. Now, you guys know that I change my straps out all the time, so I actually don't carry it with that strap very often, and it's mostly because it's such a thin strap, it feels like it's gonna break, or like pull this too much because there's not a lot of weight like distributed amongst the strap. I don't know, it just feels off. And the other thing is like the closure. It's such a tiny little closure, it's hard to tell, but I still have the plastic on mine because I never do close it because it just doesn't feel like it's really all that secure. I don't know what I would do. Maybe put a zipper across the top, but then it kind of looks like the South Bank Baseche, or however you say that. Kind of looks like that then, but regardless, like, I think it's such a pretty bag. I just wish there were a couple things different, and also that they would put feet on the bottom. I don't know why they don't put feet on more of their purses, because that would just give a lot more protection to it. So those are a few things that I hate about that purse. This one's really simple. It is my Empreinte Citadine PM. I mean, Empreinte is so heavy. I do absolutely love the Empreinte leather look. I think it's so pretty. That's one reason I haven't gotten rid of this, is because it's such a gorgeous bag. But the other thing is like, well, number one, these straps, I don't know if you can see that, but that resin cracks a lot. And I actually was in Louis Vuitton carrying it one day, and my SA there was like, hey, are you having trouble with that? And I said, well, I mean, it is cracked, and she checked it, and it wasn't like reported as an issue, but it definitely is an issue for it. Like, it's the entire resin all across both straps are totally totally cracked and cracking. And she's like, well, we can take it in and like redo it for you for X amount of dollars. I was like, no way, it's functional. Like, I'm not going to do that. But the thing that I would actually change about this, and this is not like, this is just like because I purchased it this way, is I would choose a different color. I rarely carry this because it's white and it makes me really nervous of color transfer on the Empreinte leather. So that's what I hate about this purse, is the color, but that was also a me choice. So there's that one. Okay, this is definitely one of my newer purchases. Kind of. I mean, it's one of the newer bags in my collection, we'll say it like that. But the Cartouchiere 26, what I hate about it is that the buckle is on the bottom. What I love about it is that the buckle is on the bottom. So what I like is that you can just put that through there and let it sit like that, and it does give it a little security. And sometimes even the buckle catches within one of those holes anyway. But I hate that I don't know, it makes it really difficult to buckle. If you want it to feel real secure, you do have to buckle it all the way. But I do love this purse. And then the other thing is, like, you can see that this top pinches in at the top. It used to be like this. Now I bought it pre-loved. And I've said before, this one kind of reminds me of like the Pochette Matisse in the like design. Like, it's almost like an old design of the Pochette Matisse. And what they changed on that is that if this was based on that, or if that one was based on this, what they changed is they put a handle across the top. And the reason that this gets pointed is because when you go to pick it up, for me, when I go to pick it up from the car, I reach over and I grab it like this and pick it up. So if you had a handle on top, that would actually keep it from getting pointed and you could have something to grab. So I think that that's something that's missing from that. And I absolutely hate that it does that. Like, it just looks kind of like funky. I don't know. But if you have enough in it and you stuff it, it sits just fine. And that's the other thing, is that this kind of like scoops in there. So, but once you have it stuffed out, it's a really, really great purse. So the Speedy B 25, you guys know I absolutely love this, but something that I do hate about it is this opening. Like, I do wish that this went down and around like it does on the Empreinte Speedy B, so it gives you more of a mouth opening. And I also wish it had feet on it so that you had a little more protection there. I know it's canvas and it's very wipeable, but I just wish those things were a little different. I don't know why Louis Vuitton, like, there's so many people out here reviewing all these purses and everything. I don't know why they don't listen to what is being said, because the same things are being said over and over again. Like, hey, if you would change this, I think that it would be even better and more people would love it. But they don't care about us. They're making plenty of money, so whatever they do, we're purchasing, and so it just doesn't matter. But I would change that, and also the strap that comes with this and the strap that comes with this one, my Empreinte leather one, because it's just so thin. It's just such a thin strap that comes with it. This one's in here. But also what I would say about the strap that comes with the Speedy B 25 is that well, I'll use this as an example, but this one doesn't really have that issue because the buckle sits lower. But on the Speedy B 30 especially, the buckles for the strap and the strap extender, they sit like right here, and on my 25 as well. They sit like right here, and it pulls my hair out. That's part of the reason why I never use the strap that comes with that, because I feel like I'm losing chunks of hair every time I carry it. And so I carry different straps with it. My Speedy B 30 is packed up right back there. And the other thing that I don't like about the Speedy B 30 is how big and heavy it is. But if they had an in-between size of the 25 and the 30, I think it would actually be like perfect. So those are the things that I hate about the bags that I love most. It's like really minuscule things and things that I like. It doesn't keep me from using the bags, like I said, except maybe one. And so that was the Speedy B 30 that I was talking about. But overall, like, I really love my collection. I love what I've narrowed it down to, and I've gotten rid of the things that I don't like absolutely love and use, with the Citadine PM being kind of the exception of that, because it's so beautiful. I just can't get rid of it, and I got such a great deal on it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. What's something that you hate about purses in your collection, or purses that you've seen? Let me know in the comments down below, and I will talk to you next time. Bye. Now in my handbag, no, these are things that, so the thing that I would, oh my gosh. So this one's really simple. It is my, and so that's part of the reason why I never use, oh my God.